If I'm being completely honest with you, most people who say they want to speak English are actually doing everything except the one thing that truly matters. They watch countless videos, they study grammar rules, they memorize vocabulary lists, they listen to podcasts, they understand movies, and sometimes they even feel proud of how much English they can understand. But then, the moment they need to speak, everything suddenly stops. Their mind goes blank, their heart starts beating faster, and the words they thought they knew completely disappear. And this moment is incredibly frustrating because deep down they know they've been working hard. Now, here's a part most learners don't want to hear. This problem has nothing to do with intelligence, talent, or even effort. It happens because the way you have been learning English is not designed to produce speech. It is designed to recognize English, not to create it. And there's a huge difference between those two. Understanding English is a passive activity. Speaking English is an active skill. And active skills only improve when you practice them directly, again and again, in real conditions. A lot of learners live with this idea that one day, after enough grammar or enough vocabulary and enough listening, of course, speaking will suddenly feel natural. They imagine a moment where everything clicks perfectly and English just follows out of their mouth. But that moment never comes on its own. Speaking does not appear automatically. It's built slowly, awkwardly, and sometimes painfully through use. The biggest trap learners fall into is waiting. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until their grammar improves. They wait until their accent sounds better. They wait until they feel confident. But confidence does not come first. Confidence is created through action. Fluency is not something you prepare for and then start. Fluency is something you build while you feel unprepared. This is why so many learners stay stuck for years. They know a lot about English, but they don't know how to use it under pressure. And real life always creates pressure. When someone asks you a question, your brain does not have time to open a grammar book. It has to react. And if you haven't trained that reaction, your knowledge stays locked inside your head. Now let's talk about what speaking English actually means, because many learners have the wrong idea. Speaking does not mean using advanced grammar or long, complex sentences. In fact, fluent speakers rely heavily on simple structures. What makes them fluent is not simplicity, but speed, clarity, and confidence. Simple sentences said smoothly are far more powerful than perfect sentences that never leave your mouth. Think about sentences like, I'm not sure about this, I need more time, or let me think for a second. These are not advanced sentences, but they are extremely useful. And the only way these sentences become automatic is by saying them out loud many times, in different situations without overthinking. One of the most damaging habits learners have is stopping themselves mid-sentence to correct mistakes. They notice a small grammar error, panic, restart the sentence, panic again, and eventually give up. This constant self-interruption destroys fluency. When you speak, your first goal is communication, not perfection. Mistakes are not failures. They are signs that your brain is actively working. Another important thing you need to understand is that you do not need perfect conditions to practice speaking. Many people believe they need a native speaker, a teacher, or a language partner to improve. Of course, those things can help, but they're not very necessary. What is necessary is daily production. Speaking alone is one of the most powerful tools you have because it removes pressure and allows repetition. You can speak while walking, while cooking, while driving, or while sitting alone in your room. You can describe what you're doing, what you did today, what you are worried about, or what you plan to do tomorrow. When you do this consistently, your brain starts building direct connections between thoughts and English words. And that is the foundation of fluency. At first, this speaking will feel slow and comfortable. You will pause a lot, you will repeat yourself, you will search for words, and this is completely normal. This discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that something important is happening. Your brain is learning how to organize meaning in a new language. One powerful technique during speaking practice is saying the same idea in different ways. Not memorizing, but reformulating. For example, you might say, I didn't enjoy the conversation. Then try, the conversation wasn't very interesting, and then it didn't really hold my attention. This trains flexibility and speed, and it mirrors how fluent speakers naturally think. Another reason learners struggle is fear. Fear of sounding stupid, fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged. But here's the reality. No one speaks perfectly. Not even native speakers. They hesitate, they restart sentences, they change their minds mid-sentence. Fluency does not mean perfection. It means moving forward even when things are messy. Children learn languages quickly because they are fearless. They don't wait to be correct, they speak to be understood. Adults, on the other hand, often try to protect their ego. They prefer silence over mistakes. But silence never builds fluency. Only use does. You don't need hours every day to improve. What you need is consistency. Even 5 to 10 minutes of real speaking every day can completely transform your English over time. 2 minutes talking about your current situation, 3 minutes talking about your day, a few minutes explaining your thoughts on a topic. These small habits done daily compound faster than you expect. And then something interesting happens. One day, you realize that you're not translating every sentence in your head anymore. You start reacting faster. Your sentences become shorter and more natural. English starts to feel lighter. This moment feels magical, but it's not magic. It's the result of hundreds of small speaking attempts you didn't quit. So if you take one message from this video, let it be this. There is only one way to speak English. You must speak it, not later, not when you feel ready, now. Speak badly, speak simply, speak often. Because fluency is not built in comfort, it is built in action. If you truly want to change your English, make a simple promise to yourself today. Speak every day even if it feels uncomfortable. That's where progress lives. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.